Okay, if you take any and all realism, and I mean all the realism out of this movie, you might actually enjoy it. Hey guys, welcome to Happywax TV. So tonight we're talking about a movie called Let It Snow. Although if I was to retitle this movie, I would call it Let It Not Be Realistic in Any Shape and Form. That's the title I would give it. But hey, I didn't make this movie. Anyways, it is directed by Stanislav Caprilav and it stars Ivana Sakno and Alex Hafner. It's a Ukrainian movie. I'm Ukrainian. Not that that means anything, but I was excited to watch this flick. Just, you don't see many Ukrainian horror movies. You don't. So I thought, okay, I'll give it a go and we'll see what it's all about. Well, I'll tell you, man. Listen, I'm tired of this style of movie. And I'll give some examples. Like Die Hard, which is a classic, okay? What else? The Grey, starring Liam Neeson. Most recently that I can think of, a movie called Revenge, where our main character gets put through these just like, it's a survival movie, you know what I mean? And the stuff they have to endure is just like fantastically crazy. You know, they live through exploding buildings, crazy high falls, like walking over glass, fighting wolves, shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just, we're supposed to buy into this time and time and time again. Like Revenge, the movie Revenge. The girl gets dropped off a fucking like 100-foot cliff, gets impaled through her midsection onto this fucking tree stump, and then like a day later she wakes up and comes back and kills these guys. I did like that movie. I thought Revenge was fantastic because it didn't take itself seriously. You know what I mean? Like, it was so over the top and fucking loony that it was enjoyable to watch. Just because you as an audience member were expected to know that this movie isn't taking itself seriously and it's gonna be fucking bonkers, and it worked. But this movie, like, it takes itself seriously. And I'm thinking to myself, who the fuck is gonna buy into this? Like, and I'll get to that in a minute. So anyways, I told you who's in it, who directed it. Basically, in a nutshell, the first act of this movie is us getting to know these two characters, right? So there's the movie opens up. There's a snowboarder coming down the hill. She wipes out, and then the person that she's snowboarding with doesn't come back for her. She just takes off, and then this female snowboarder ends up dying. Okay, and that's the opening act of this movie. Didn't really give you any story or anything other than that. I get it. You know what I mean? You got to keep you wondering throughout the movie. So then we go to our two main characters, Ivana and Alex. They're fiance and a couple is what they are, right? And they're going to this resort. I don't know exactly where it is. It's somewhere fucking cold though, like the Ukraine, or I'm not sure where it is. But they go to this resort. It must be during the off season though, because there's not really anybody there. Alex is just hell bent on going down this black slope. I think it's called. It's like the forbidden slope. You're not supposed to go there. It's all cautioned off. It's where this snowboarder died. Okay, and you're not supposed to go there. There's plenty of other slopes to go to, but he's hell bent on going there. Even the orderly who checks them in at the hotel, she says don't go there. There's lots of other slopes. Don't go to the black slope. So later that night, the day before they go, this is all in the first act, he proposes to her, all that sort of romance. It's just character building is what it is. Anyways, she gets up, wants to go for a walk. She opens the front door of the hotel, and who's standing there but the orderly, okay? Creepy little fucking Wednesday Addams is standing at the doorway. Again, she reiterates, don't go to the black slope. It's fucking dangerous. Don't go there, right? So Ivana gets all freaked out, closes the door, and then this orderly, she draws a black fucking X, or a black cross on the door. Well, right there, it gives away that they're going to be targeted, because, I mean, this is a horror movie. You know something's going to happen, especially if you've seen the trailer. So, anyways, second act starts. He pays the fucking helicopter pilot, you know, pays him off. They go to the black slope, and that's where this second act picks up. They're going down the black slope. They get separated because it's kind of snowy and foggy, and then she gets fucking sideswiped by this mysterious figure on this black snowmobile. She gets knocked out, wakes up, and what does she see but her boyfriend, or, you know, soon-to-be husband, tied to the back of this snowmobile, and the snowmobile takes off and drags him, you know, to his death. So the rest of the movie, okay, and keep in mind, like, this is, I don't know exactly where it is. I should have looked it up, but I didn't, and I forgot about where it was in the movie. But it's fucking cold, okay? It's not kind of cold. It's fucking freezing cold, okay? Like the Arctic, or, you know, the Ukraine, or anywhere where it's fucking, you're snowboarding and skiing. It's fucking freezing out, okay? And that's what the rest of this fucking movie is her just running around this fucking ski hill in the middle of nowhere, trying to get away from this mysterious person dressed in black on this snowmobile. And it's like, like, this is where this movie, you know, that I'm getting sick of takes over with all these unrealistic things. Like, I don't know how many times she rolled down the fucking ski hills or fell into water. Or, you know, I think I counted 2 or maybe even 3 times. She's laying there pretty much gonna die, okay? And then she hears a sound, and all of a sudden, she gets all this fucking strength and power to get back up, and she starts yelling at I don't know what. And then she marches on. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, who the fuck is gonna buy into this? Pretty much for the entirety of the second and third act, she has no fucking gloves on and no headwear. And again, it is fucking freezing. They even go so far as to have 2, I don't know if they're ski patrollers or police that monitor this area, but yet can't seem to fucking find anyone. Even they complain about how fucking cold it is, okay? They make you painfully aware that it's fucking freezing out, okay? No headwear, no fucking gloves. I can't even go out and brush the fucking snow off of my Jeep in the mornings with no gloves on. And by the time I come in, I can barely move my fucking hands. Nope, not Ivana. Cold doesn't seem to fucking bother her at all. She can fucking walk through creeks and roll down fucking snowy hills and get stuck in avalanches and all sorts of shit. And no frostbite. Her hands are red. They go that far to do her hands up. But oh no, she's grabbing stuff and like, what? Like, I'm like, Jesus Christ. She should have been dead like 7 times in this fucking movie. You know what I mean? And there's a scene where she gets to this farmhouse, and there's this big 300-pound fucking old farmer who says he's going to help her get her out of there, right? Next morning she wakes up. He's gone. Later on, while she's trudging through the snow, almost close to death again, she gets to this, I don't know if it's a base camp, I'm not sure, but she goes into this base camp, and he's hanging there, suspended in the air by this mysterious black figure on this snowmobile. Well, I'm telling you, and this is going to get into spoilers, so if you want to shut the video off now, go ahead. Like, when you get the reveal of who the person in the snowmobile outfit is, like, that's even more unrealistic. I'm like, there's no way. There's no fucking way. And I know you're going to say, you know, Myron, it's a fucking horror movie, and it's all about, you know, if we didn't go into the dark basement or into the scary forest or into the fucking haunted hospital or into the fucking haunted insane asylum, we wouldn't have a horror movie. And I get that. I get it. Okay. But what makes those movies so good is a lot of them don't take themselves seriously, for the most part, okay? Some do, but this movie is so, like, what happens to her is so fucking unrealistic. And then almost like a slap in the face, when you think the movie's over, there's one of these surprise endings during the credits. And I'll tell you what it is, so if you don't want to hear it, I'll put my hand up. If you don't want to hear what it is, just wait till I put my hand down. Cover your ears up or whatever the fuck you want to do. At the very end of this movie, she fucking jumps off a cliff, like a fucking 100 or 200 foot cliff to her death, okay? Because she doesn't want to live anymore. Okay, so during the credits, guess who fucking gets up and yells again. She does. So all the stuff she fucking survives through, which is fucking stupid and unrealistic, she can also jump off a fucking 200 or 300 foot cliff. Anybody else would have folded up like an accordion, but no, not our main star. She gets up, brushes herself off, gives one of her fucking battle cries again, and that's the end of the fucking movie. Like, give me a fucking break. Like, holy moly. Anyways, I will say this though, there is some good about, like, the cinematography is fucking killer in this movie. If you've made it to this point, there is some good. Cinematography is fucking banging. It's awesome. The overhead shots, I hope you watch this movie. I hope you have a big fucking TV, like a 60 or an 80 inch like I do, to watch this movie on, because it is fantastic looking. It really is. And the acting is good. Even though it's stupidly written and so fucking far-fetched, like, you won't get involved in it at all as far as, you know, caring about these characters. But this Ivana Sakno really does give a good performance, you know, for her character. But it's just, her character is written so fucking, like, it's just stupid. And it's not her fault. It's just the writer. Like, it's just one crazy move after another. You know, almost on the brink of death. Hear a noise, come back to life with like full energy again. It's like a power-up in a fucking video game. You know what I mean? It's like, how many fucking lives do you get? I don't know. Anyways, you know what though? I didn't hate this movie. As bad as I'm making it sound because of this, I honestly didn't hate this movie. I'll never watch it again, and I certainly didn't love it, but I've seen a lot worse. But it's just, like, I know you have to keep it exciting and moving and stuff like that, but I'm thinking, like, how much does this director want us to buy into this crap? Like, it's just over. Like, she's literally, like, she's got no fucking gloves on. It's minus fucking a bazillion out. She's got no hat on, and she's trucking around through this. Like, anybody else would be like, their skin would be fucking black from the frostbite. Her hands are barely red. I can't go out and fucking brush my Jeep off in the morning. I'm coming back in like a fucking little baby because my fucking hands are so cold. She's out in this snow for like 3 days. Anyways, watch this movie. It's not that bad. It's fucking unrealistic as fuck, but it's, you know, whatever. If you have an hour and a half and you want to watch like some good cinematography and some cool fucking overhead snowy mountain shots, go ahead. But the ending of this movie is fucking stupid, especially when you get the reveal. But give it a watch. Give it a watch and let me know what you thought of it. It's out now. It's called Let It Snow. Wow. Jumps off. Sorry, I'm going to put my hand back up. You know what this means. Jumps off a fucking 300-foot cliff and gets up like it's nothing. Like she just tripped over a fucking log. Like, I'm like, what? Come on. Oh, anyways, okay, Let It Snow. It's out now. If you guys have seen it, let me know what you thought of this. And if you haven't, watch it. It's worth a watch. It's just unfucking realistic. So if you can go in with that mindset, you'll probably like this movie. So anyways, to give it a rating, I'm just going to give it like a 5. I'm not going to fail it. 5 out of 10. Give it a watch. Let me know what you think, guys. And until next time, put some fucking gloves on, a toque, and stay scared.